These are the top 8 low cap AI coins that you have to have in your altcoin portfolio if you want to be able to make 10, 20, or even 1000x gains. And I know that sounds crazy, but in crypto, we know it's possible. And when you combine the unlimited potential of artificial intelligence, 1000x for some of these coins is not out of the question. So stay tuned and stick around all the way to the end of this video when I'm going to give you a coin that's an absolute banger. Let's get it. Welcome to Big Boy Crypto. My name is Ben. We're going to be doing a little bit different top coins video today. These are going to be our top 8 low cap AI gems. Now, the reason why I want to do this on the board is because I want to be very clear about this, guys. These are low cap gems. We want the majority of our portfolio to be solid picks, right? We want this to be like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. You can go down a lot further, maybe Doge. You can go down even further than that. You can go Sui is a great project for this. AKT, another one. This is one that you would put on this side. This is our riskier place. This is what we want to divide even further. What you really want to do is you really want to have about a 10%, 15% split here, where these are coins that aren't in the top 50 probably, but you think they're really solid. I mean, like Sui could fit there now while it's outside the top 50, but then 10%, that's where you're YOLOing. And you don't want to YOLO your whole 10% at the same thing. You want to kind of spread it out. So what we're going to look at today are some AI coins that I think that you should consider putting in between the 15, 10% portfolios. These are not the majority of the altcoins you want to hold. Okay, now coming in number 8, this one, look, this is what I have the least confidence on the list. That's why it's coming in at number 8. And I was tempted to not even put it on. But the reason I put it on here is because it's so cool and I like it so much. IQ is a project that is basically an AI kind of generated or aggregated website that's like a wiki for crypto. And I think it's really cool. I think you should go check it out. You can look at what it says about BitBoy. By the way, Altcoin Daily is not in there. Unfortunately, I did look at BitBoy was in there, Altcoin Daily was not in there. And I looked up somebody else I couldn't remember. They weren't in there either. So it's still developing and still growing, but I think it's a really cool one. It's a sentimental pick. However, it is one of the higher coins on the list here. It's coming in, I think, in between 200 and 300 somewhere. I think if people catch on to this idea, nobody else is doing this like them. And I think they've got something really cool and really special that could result in, I don't know, maybe the only searchable place people go to look for crypto information. Because one thing I've discovered is that over time, a lot of the stuff we do in crypto, especially the culture, it gets filtered, it gets lost because you just kind of had to be there. And I think this could be a good way that we can transport you there, even if you weren't. Number 7, one of the best performers in my portfolio, PAAL AI. Now, I want to be very clear, I don't get paid by PAAL. I was in the pre-sale. I haven't had any involvement other than having one conversation with them at some point, but this is an organic pick for me. I love PAAL AI. I've been using the chatbot. I put in for one. I've been using kind of the stuff they have on their website. It's really cool. The reason why it's number 7 is because it's already absolutely crushed it. And I'm not sure if it's going to continue to outcrush everything on this list. However, what I would say as well about PAAL is that check out some of the projects on the PAAL network, like the AIT protocol. Coming in number 6, you want to talk about blast from the past, LimeWire. This is where your weird uncle used to download his porn when he was younger. But listen, here's the thing. LimeWire, it used to be kind of a file downloading service, peer-to-peer stuff, kind of like torrenting almost. However, they went away, they died. People my age used to use it for audio and all kind, or for MP3s, all kinds of stuff. But LimeWire has now came back. And so they've got that brand nostalgia. And I think they're paying for sponsored videos. They never called me, but I saw one on Altcoin Daily's channel that it did look like maybe, because it's ranked so low for them to cover it, it was a little weird. They may have said it, I saw one glimpse of it is all. And my point is, I think they're out there budgeting. I think they're spending. I think they've got some decent backers, some big backers. They've got brand recognition. Now, what is LimeWire now? It's not downloading music or anything like that. It is now an AI development studio. So you can go there and it's for creators who want to use AI. Definitely something cool I think you should check out. And that's why it's coming in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is NMT. This stands for Netmind Token. Now, this project actually just accidentally came across my eyeballs. And when I looked at it, I thought it was really interesting because what Netmind is it's the idea of a net mind, of a hive mind, machine learning. This is for machine learning. This shows all of our things how to function better. This is how algorithms work, and algorithms get better to learn you and to learn you something, to learn more about you and things like that. And it's got big backers. It's a great website. I think their plan is cool. So I'm gonna put NMT at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is NOS. Ha! Made you look. Some of y'all get that joke. NOS stands for an energy drink. What you do is you drink this energy drink and your body generates tokens and then you pee them out. I'm just kidding. It stands for Nosana, and this is actually a GPU related project. Now, a lot of people are going to talk about GPU. Alex Becker loves GPU Node. I've actually said I think it is a good project. I think it's good. Both of these projects, I did leave that one off the list for various reasons. It was in consideration, but I went with Nosana instead because it's a GPU focused project. And this is focused on the GPU grid. You have to understand how important GPU and GPU power is going to be, not just to the mining industry, to the data, the render. You're seeing all this stuff with render and Arweave and all that stuff's coming. It's here. We've got to have it because our GPUs are going to be, we're going to have a supply and demand problem very soon. And projects like Nosana allow people to, pick off the grid and to allow them to use power that they don't actually have on their centralized machine. Number 3, we have ChainGPT or CGPT. You think of course, ChatGPT. This is ChainGPT. This is something that was built on top of Solana, and this is a project that is one of my coins of the year. This was one of my coins of the year, this is one of my coins of the year, and this was one of my coins of the year I picked last year, okay? So these are projects that I've absolutely loved for a long time, and they're doing really well. This has been a huge gainer in my portfolio. So what ChainGPT is it's a way for you to utilize the power of AI to kind of consolidate, like even things like reports on Web3. It's not just chatbots. I will tell you, this is one of the cooler websites, one of the cooler ideas that I've seen in crypto, and it's been doing very well. It's a way to basically, aggregate content and ideas to help you in whatever you're doing in crypto. Number 2, TokenFi. The ticker is just token. This is a project that's actually backed by, I think it's DWC or DWA Labs, whatever it is. It's the same people that are behind Huobi. And so because of that connection, it gives it a lot of strength in terms of just a value investment. But when you go look at what they do, guys, this is a combination of RWA plus AI. I've been told you can't lose with this one. This one's gonna do really well, but look for a top. It may dump at some point. It may peak much earlier than other stuff potentially. Coming in number 1, I have ALEPH. We've been looking at this project a lot. You guys know I've got this in my portfolio. And let me just fix that right there real quick. But the point is that this project, look, I could tell you all kinds of stuff about this project and why I like it. I kind of already have if you've been watching the channel. I want you guys to check out this clip of somebody else who picked this token very early on, telling you why they like it. So let's check that out.
When you take a look at the tokenomic structure.
This is Dion. He makes 25x calls in his sleep.
You're still dealing with under 300 million of a circulating supply in ALEPH. If you were there for like the last cycles and we were playing PRQ when it used to be a good pick, it went all the way up to like $2 and change. And we were getting in, I think, like 10 cents, okay? Well, ALEPH is 500 million coin cap, 285 circulating. And, this kind of reminds me of that type of tokenomic structure. We could break $2-3, And I think that this is going to be a major play. This is the first time I've seen it on a tier 1 exchange. So, keep in mind when we were playing with Parsec back in the day, that was only on a DEX. There was no tier 1 exchanges or anything like that. So I'm pretty bullish on ALEPH. I'm going to be stacking a lot of that. Now, a lot of people want to know a little bit more about what it does, but it's an AI project. So, they have Libertas, or however you want to pronounce it, Libertas.io. And that's basically an AI agent, for creating dApps, pretty much creating everything. The API is there for you to download and use for your dApps. It'll have its own dApp store. It's cross-chain interoperable between Polkadot, ETH, and Cosmos, and it's based on the DID framework. So keep in mind, DID is going to be the new KYC. So KYC is going out the window, and all the new framework is going to be DID compliant with W3C. So that's going to be the new form of identification. You're not going to need driver's licenses. You're not going to need different insurance cards. You're not going to need your social security card. You're not going to need a lot of these things in the future. You're just going to have your digital identity that'll be tied to you and solely you. And that'll be your access key into Web3.
So you guys see why to be mega bullish on this. And what I want to tell you guys is the reason why this is my number 1 pick, this is not because I think it's going to do the most X's. If I were to look up and down this list and I were to say which one's got the opportunity to do the most X's. I probably am gonna say TokenFi because of where it currently sits with the market cap, or maybe possibly LimeWire as well. These are the two I would be looking at for the largest gains. However, this one to me is a mixture of parabolic returns potentially, and also confidence in what they're doing on the back end of it, and also understanding the tokenomics and the structures and the buys where some of these purchases of this coin were made over the last few weeks to provide some floors. It's held through the entire dip here. It went from like 28 cents back to 26 cents. Like, it absolutely performed amazing compared to everything else. This one to me, I think, is the most solid pick on here. It combines everything. So let me know what you guys think about my top 8 coins in AI. That's all I got. Be blessed. Bye-bye.